Sometimes it seems like the color eye will make or break one of my jigs. Am I right? Am I wrong? Do you think the color of the eye is that important? Boom, boom. We're gonna start another one, different color today. And I always do one to start out with just to make sure I like it. Go all the way through the whole process of it. Get done, stand back, look at it. It's white and pink. Can't go wrong with the white and pink crappie jig. Never can. Or bluegill for that matter too. We're gonna do the Chanelist body on these. This is a 16th ounce freestyle head with a number 6 plain old J hook. We're gonna clip it right there. We're gonna get a couple white feathers. Let's start with two. We're gonna do the tips out of these. And we clipped out 2 hackles. I'm gonna lay 2 on this side first, and I'm gonna tie them in. Now, when I'm doing tapered crappie jigs with no Chanel, very rarely will I ever use white. Actually, I don't use white. And the only reason I don't use white is the oil from your skin and your fingers will discolor the white. And the white gets dingy looking. The thread does. I ain't a big fan of that dingy look, so I try to stay away from using white thread when I'm making these. Now we're gonna figure out some kind of flash. Do I want to add a flash? Do I not want to add a flash? So, yep, I'm going to add pink flash. A little on the heavy side. About how much I'm going to use right there. Now, I might tie the first one of these and not really, it's not what I was wanting. And I might change it. I do that a lot. I got a whole little cup full of crappie jigs I keep back here for when I'm tying them and I don't really like it and I want to do a different color scheme or something. I just put them in a little cup and save them. Usually go in my boat. That's what I usually keep the fish with. Now, this is the part where I don't know what I want, but I'm pretty thinking the red eyes are going to be what I put on. They got to get the sticky back on them, so I just stick them on. And I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. And then decide if that's the eye color I want it. I don't know. What do y'all think? Maybe silver? I think I'm going to stick with that red, though. That's what I'm going to do. We are going to stick with the red one. And I might do half and half. I might do half red, half silver. Really, the only color eyes I use anymore are red and silver. It's easier to keep a couple of them in stock. And then you got a darker color one, you got a lighter color one. So red and silver, you're pretty safe to keep those in stock. But that's what we got. And I'm not completely finished with these. One more thing I want to do to them, but I'm not going to do it here. Let's get another one up and going. Got some paint in the eyes, so we're going to pop that paint out. Wiggle it through there. Simple little dental pick. That's all they are. Just little dental picks. Sometimes I can heat it up if they're super thick or I got UV resin in them and poke them through. But if you run it through a couple times, you'll have that paint all cleared out. Don't look like it on camera, but it's cleared out. And that is as much as I'm cleaning mine out. All kinds of options for cleaning them out. You can little shrink tubes, things like that on there. I'm not going through that. As long as I get my line through it, I'm fine. As long as the powder paint isn't sharp enough that it's going to cut my line, I'm fine. I'm not fooling with it, and I'm not putting that much more into it. Let's do another one right behind that first one and see what we think. One hackle and two hackles. A lot of times what I will do also is, you see these feathers have got a bend to them. I don't want them all going the same way, so I'm going to turn them. And I'm going to have them go in different directions if I can keep them like that. That's how I tie mine on. Like that, like that. Most of the time, I try to keep it like that. So that way you got that fish fin profile from under the bait. Now, if they stay like that, kind of, but not really, but they kind of did. I'll take it though, I ain't gonna complain about it. I tried, I put the effort into trying to get them to go opposite ways. To me, they just look a little bit better like that. It looks a little more natural. See what I'm talking about? Then these two are going to go on the side. Starting to get that profile. And that's all I added on that one. It filled it up. It looks right. It looks consistent. It looks like the other one did. It might be one feather short. Sometimes they might be one feather short. Sometimes they might be one feather extra. I put enough in them to where I got it to where it looks the way I want it to look. I want them full. I don't want them super skinny. We'll do our whip finish, put our eyes on, and then we'll call this one here done too. Here lately, I've been going through and just painting them, putting all the eyes on, curing them. This one I want to get up and rolling. So we're going to UV resin coat it all one shot. It's a pretty nice looking jig. I like that. Get some resin on it. Oh, that's a heavy drip. Got warm down here. It's finally in, like, I think today's only supposed to be like 48. Yesterday was like almost 60. We got a couple days coming up. It's going to be almost 70. And when that happens and my shop gets warm, my UV resin gets to where it flows a little bit better. And it flowed so much, it went straight into the eye. So as I cure it just a little bit, I'm going to try to clean it, make sure it stays out. Still got a little drip rolling on it. Or I might have hardened it with that little drip on it. You see that high spot? It's all right though. Crappie ain't gonna care. That's it. That's all I got for today. Like, share, comment. Let me know, were these the right eyes to put in these, or would you use something different? I almost went with blue. Blue, silver, and red. That's what I had laying out here. Silver and red are my main colors, and I got just enough blue to finish up this 2 dozen. But I went with the red instead because I think I'm going to save the blue ones for that one. Let me know what you think. Oh, as I knocked the camera all over the place. Like, share, subscribe, all that.